Insider buying is surging, and legendary investors are piling into one specific gold deal, where the founders have already earned investors 500 and 900% gains on their two previous companies in the past 11 years. Insiders own 40% of the company. This is the gold play you don't want to miss out on. Learn more at futuremoneytrends.com/insider. Greetings and thank you for joining me at futuremoneytrends.com. I wanted to make a short video for you guys out there looking to buy silver at the cheapest possible price. I've been buying silver since about 2004 and the precious metals in general. And there are several strategies that I use that I want to share with you. First off, your local dealer. You can usually purchase the metal for cash, which you have no shipping, you have no wire transfer fee, you have no debit card fees, PayPal. So there's a clear advantage right there. It's also very discreet. UPS driver obviously isn't showing up to your house with a box of metal. There is, a premium to having that privacy. Now, the way I get it cheap and the way I suggest you do is to always buy in 100-ounce increments. This is whether you're buying online or at a local guy. But with a local guy, I would approach several of them, and if you need to, partner up with a few friends and offer them liquidity. Because oftentimes they'll have somebody come into their shop wanting to sell some precious metals, silver or gold. They buy it for a few dollars under spot. But then there is the risk there that silver would go down or gold would go down. So the sooner they can sell it, the better. So if you give them your number, your information, and say, look, I'm the guy that when somebody comes in here to sell their silver, and since you're the local guy, you're buying it for under spot, which is known because it's instant liquidity that very second. Although if you are going to sell gold and silver, I recommend going to an online dealer or a physical or a major dealer because you're going to get the best price. Typically, you'll get about spot. So anyway, but you go to the dealer, say, look, I'll provide instant liquidity. We have 5,000, 15,000, 50,000, whatever it is for you by yourself or with a few other people, a few other investors, and just guarantee them that liquidity within hours. So for years, I've told several dealers, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for silver at spot or $1 under spot, $1 under spot. Done it 100 times now. And essentially they close a deal with some guy and they call you up, and within an hour, 2 hours, you show up and you provide the cash. It's a really quick flip for the local dealer, and it's a way to get them to call you and give you the best possible price. For the online dealers, you want to order in 100-ounce increments and avoid the high premium coins. I think it's a total scam, to be honest with you. People always talk about how proud they are that they paid $5 over spot or $10 over spot. There's even some coins out there like $20 over spot. And I'm not even talking about numismatic coins, which that is a collector's deal. If you're a collector, talk to somebody who's an expert on collecting these things. I'm not. I don't care about collecting baseball cards or coins. I'm buying the physical metal because I think it's going to go up, and I think it's a good insurance vehicle, and I think it's a good store of value for the times we're in. So avoid all this high spot nonsense. Absolute nonsense. If you're going to pay over spot significantly, buy an American Eagle, buy a Maple, forget all of this other stuff, especially if it's from a private company. I mean, come on, you guys. The Eagle is the most universally well-known coin. The Maple is also very, very well known and they're all liquid. However, that premium you're paying for these other things are not going to be as liquid at that price. Yeah, they're all liquid at spot, all of them. Every single one of them are liquid at spot. But if you pay $10, $15, $20 over spot, you're going to lose money even if it goes up $10 just in your shipping transaction. So I actually prefer generic rounds and the 100-ounce bars. So those are going to get your best deals. I did a quick scan real quick, by the way. No endorsement of any dealer. Miles Franklin, I don't have anything for them because I know they're well known by everybody and they are friends of ours. You call them up and they do the order that way. But I know they also offer great service, great pricing. They've been around for years, very trusted. But I checked 3 websites where the shipping is essentially included or it's only like $7, but I priced it all in. So the first one is JM Bullion. You see their ads everywhere. 100-ounce Royal Canadian bar. It was 98 cents over spot, and that is with the shipping included. The generic rounds, which these are the Buffaloes, $1.18 over spot. SD Bullion, 70 cents over spot on the Bullion on the 100-ounce bar. That's with shipping. Their Buffalo's rounds, generic rounds, were out of stock, so I looked at another one called Sunshine. That one was $1.39 over spot for generic rounds. And then DBS coins, they used to be the best, but I think SD Bullion's got them beat on this one. And then JM's got them beat on the rounds. But DBS coin, $1.45 over spot for the 100-ounce Royal Canadian bar, $1.51 over spot for 100 generic rounds. DBS, they got it down to 85 cents over spot if you bought 5 of the 100-ounce bars, and all of them do that. You know, the 500 ounces for silver really is that sweet spot if you want to get the maximum discount. So just keep that in mind. There are many other great sites, Provident, Gainesville, years and years and years ago, probably 10 years ago now. I used to buy from Atmex. So there are plenty of other sites you can shop them, but bottom line is you're going to get a better deal at 100 ounces, the best deal at 500 ounces. But no matter what you do, avoid anything that's way over spot. Right now I'm telling you, you should be paying anywhere from 77 cents to about $1.50 over spot. That is for the 100-ounce bars or the generic rounds. I didn't price the Eagles or the Maples because, to be honest with you, I don't really buy too many of those. You know, those come into my possession because there's some type of deal or discount somebody's getting at a local shop. But otherwise, I just don't know why anybody would buy them. There's this theory that they're more liquid. That's absurd. You take a Comex bar, 1,000-ounce chunky, scratchy looking bar that doesn't have any beauty in it, just a big, gigantic block of silver. And it's liquid in an instant. They're all liquid. All the metal is liquid at spot. You know, it's when you start playing this premium game where you could potentially hurt yourself. It's not worth it. Just buy the one closest to the spot, because when you sell it, it's going to sell for spot. The Eagles, you can tell yourself that you're going to get all this money over spot, but you're going to be the guy on Craigslist and eBay. You know, if you want to just sell it instantly, you go to a dealer, and they're traditionally going to give you spot. Okay, so those are the strategies to buy silver, get a great price. I also do want to throw in, if you want to maximize your silver holdings, you have to own some of these mining shares. And let me give you a great example, because, you know, when silver was down, let's say 50%, the mining shares went down 75%. That's the downside part of it. That is kind of behind us now. In fact, it is behind us, in my opinion. Going forward, as silver rallies, you look at silver up, 8%. The mining shares are up 50% plus. So, some of these things have almost, one of them that I follow is up 79% in the last 3 weeks, and silver has barely made a move. So what you're going to see, silver is going to go up, let's say silver goes to $17, $18. I can see that definitely happening in the near term. Some of these mining companies, they're going to be up 300 or 400% when that type of move happens. And that's just, 25, 30% move in silver. So I want to suggest 3 stocks. They're all the people I know at the top. The first one is Pan American Silver. That's Ross Beatty. High quality human being, high quality company. Pan American Silver is the largest North American publicly traded silver company you can buy. The next one is First Majestic. I'm a big fan of Keith Neumeyer. I know him personally and I know him well. He's a relentless individual. First Majestic is probably the best silver stock out there. They have 6 producing mines. They have probably 3 more are going to come online. Great assets, great management. You just can't beat it. And the third one I suggest is Endeavor Silver. They kind of made headlines the other day, or a few weeks ago now, because they are shutting down one of their mines, reducing production about 25%. They're a primary silver producer. Same thing. I know Bradford Cook, the guy at the top, well, an outstanding human being, a great manager, great asset finder, great developer. I can't speak more highly of the people at Endeavor Silver and First Majestic. But Endeavor Silver trades for about $1.79, $1.75 right now. It was $1 a few weeks ago. First Majestic, it was $2.50 a few weeks ago. Today it's like almost $4.50. So that is the type of moves you're going to see in these silver mining companies. There are many other great companies available. I know Fortuna's a good company. I don't want to mention any others just because, I just can give you with certainty. It's one thing to know the stocks and the assets and, the projects, but with First Majestic and Endeavor Silver, I know those people at the top personally. I talk to Keith Newmeyer probably once a week. I occasionally talk to Bradford Cook, but I can tell you these are, some of the best people on earth. These are really, really good people to be running businesses, and these are really good people when they're not running their business. And that's important because these things ultimately are about the people throughout the whole company, but the people at the very top. And I cannot think of two higher quality human beings than Bradford Cook and Keith Newmeyer. Ross Beatty is also a great guy, and he's with Pan American Silver. So anyway, those are my suggestions to buy silver. And by the way, I own First Majestic, I own Endeavor Silver, and I own Pan American Silver. So you guys have a great day.